Howdy. Hello everybody. Welcome to the audio video test for Skullgirls Get Gr8, the lab stream variant, where we answer your questions about this dang old game called Skullgirls. If you have any questions to ask or would like to participate, please feel free to do so either in the YouTube or Twitch chats. Also feel free to join our Discord. You can also ask questions there about the game. We will be gladly to help. Exclamation mark Discord in the Twitch chat. I am back from vacation. I have unfortunately contracted something awful, so I may not sound the best, so excuse multiple points of coughing. Up the video. Let's see here. I'm sure we've got a swath of questions since the last time we've done some stuff. Let's see. Right now we're just gonna be chilling. I'm gonna make a lobby here, roll right quick fast. Pre-game lobby before we get started with the event today. Oh, look, that's not that. What is that? What is that doing there? What the poop? What am I doing there? I haven't even made the lobby yet. Oh, poop. Yeah. Oop. Up. Lobby. Howdy. We edit this. So this is not just a string of numbers. There we go. And this. We got a pregame lobby going up if you'd like to hop in. Some stuff. Here we go. Play some video games for a little bit. Those who don't know or are new here, so this is lab stream. So if you've signed up to our forum in our Discord, that's the mission mark Discord, and our announcement channels in the pins, we have the forum for the Skullgirls Get Gr8, where you sign up. We pair you with an opponent of about equal skill, using hours as a crude metric. And using that information, we hopefully give you advice, both players on either side, with matches of about 3 to 7, and then tell you where to go from there and how to improve. And hopefully, you know, that gets you going somewhere. I'm gonna hit random, just whatever I pick. Maybe not that. Maybe not double. Yeah, there we go. some characters maybe I just don't play just yet. But yeah, that's the kind of thing that happens. And in that form, we have a spot where if you have any questions for the lab stream, you put it there, and we'll do our best to answer it when this type of event shows up, usually at the end of the month. Oh, I wonder if they wanted to do it. Hey, howdy. Welcome. Again, I've contracted something when I was away on vacation. I may not sound the best. Apologies for that. I'll do my best to try to speak up if I need to. Oh, push button a little too early, too soon. Sure, yeah. Let's open up the lobby. First, that you did. Rip. Weird shenanigans that are happening. Well, it's not really a pro lobby. Ooh. Why would that be? Oh, I tried to double jump on me. Hey. Yeah, that's not a pro lobby thing. We're just kind of playing. It's pre-game lobby right now. We're just kind of chilling. And if anything, I'm just gonna play whatever is the most sandbaggiest that I got, because I'm not trying to destroy people. We're just chilling. Really.
Let's test your abilities.
Apologies if you heard that. I don't have like an on me button for my coughs. Whatever I've got is like running through my sinuses right now. Kind of rough. Kind of rough. We got matchup is what? No. Fascinating that they have this on the asset. It's hard. Yeah, it's hard. Yep. Oh, you gotta dash forward, and dashing forward is very hard. That's a little rough. Peacock zoning is a rough time sometimes. Sure. Beowulf. Start off the zone. Ace. Oh, got it. Oh, rip. Drop it. Drop it again and get the dash. Oh no, again. Oh, my super jump forward. There's no super jump forward. What is happening? Push block. Nice, what's going on with my controls? I think I messed up again. Oof. Let's see what's going on. I didn't get much HP. Something's going on. Some severely wacky is going on. Really? What is going on, brother? I must know.
What you gonna do? Dog star prey. Hell yeah.
I have to figure out what's going on.
I'm the wildest there is.
Let's go!
I am trying to do the gnome things that I normally do. Actually, let's here. I'll do one more. Well, I guess once we're in the lobby, let's leave the training room. Let's see what the poop is going on because I'm not getting my super jump up forwards. That is so weird. I don't know.
Lights, camera, me!
Time to put on a show. Action.
Try. Oh, there it is. Oh, baby. Oh lord. Yeah. Oh. Push block twice, didn't get it.
Take two. Let's rock.
Amazing. Beautiful. Oh no, you let me do it. Yep.
Pre-game lobby?
There is a pregame lobby.
Do all my own stunts.
Now you're playing with power.
Actually, one sec. 'Cause I need to figure out what in the poop is happening. Use my handball. What is going on here? I'm just getting. I guess I have to be slightly cleaner with it then, is what it is. Yeah. Weird. Incidentally, as I'm doing it right now, you press down, you press down and immediately press up to get a super jump. Press down, immediately press up. The buffer is very lenient for this, so you got a couple frames for you to be able to super jump. So I am being too fast with my super jumps. I have to be more deliberate. Is what the game is telling me right now. So as the game is telling me that it's my fault that I'm not getting the super jumps out correctly. So let's go back to that lobby. No. No. Ah. Uh-oh. The Twitch chat is broken. One sec.
Not the Twitch chat.
There we go. We're back.
Sorry. I was finishing eating. I realized I joined and I had half the sandwich left, so I wanted to finish it quick.
Friend, I cannot hear you. You sound far away.
Oh, yeah. Does it sound better?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I be forgetting that I have to put this thing right up next to my mouth. So I'll just occasionally move it to do something else and then realize, oh, nobody can hear me.
I was telling chat. I came back from vacation. I contracted something on the second to last day. So now I feel like death. I feel like it's in final stages though, because it's in my lungs and then currently exiting my lungs. So if I sound like I'm hacking up a lung, that's what it's gonna sound like.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just ill. I'll be fine. In the meantime, it'll just sound like I'm like Barry Manilow or something.
Yeah, it's cool. We needed this kind of development every once in a while. Today is lab stream, right?
It is lab stream today. We're gonna answer some questions. Do the thing. It'll be great. Yeah, we're starting back from April.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like it's been forever since we did a lab stream.
It's been a hot minute. We're gonna also polish through some of these blocked out ones. For those who don't know why some of the questions, quote unquote questions, are blocked out, it's because they're more like they read more like comments, and or it's information that you can actually just figure out yourself. So I'm not telling you to go do it by yourself, but I'm telling you to go do it by yourself.
I mean, that's like the point, right? Once you get to the intermediate bracket, you get like a lot. You should be looking at
So
yourself.
some of the things is just like the way to do A, X, Z, Y with fortune, and I'm just like, BDFAQ.
Brother, there's a wiki page. Please use it.
We have a wiki page for that. We don't necessarily have to demonstrate that for you, but we could if we want to.
Bro, Blitzer's so funny.
Blitzer, this skin is OP.
I wish that there was some other characters' colors with it well, because the Ganondorf skin is like my favorite skin in the game.
This Ganondorf skin is so good.
Yeah, I think they did everything right. Even the Blitzer aura looks super good too.
Oh my god. Oh. It's time. Show me the moon. It's on the way.
Oh, oh my god, I forgot about that. God, it's so good.
Normal moon, pretty nice. Ganondorf moon, goated.
Oh yeah. What's up, Ito?
Ito, hello.
I've been playing a lot of Peacock lately. I forget how fun that character actually is. It's hard
Oh
though.
my god, but I don't ignore you. I see your messages. Oh my god. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Egrets, get on guard.
Okay. The worst right now is my ears. Half deaf.
Oh, I hate when that happens. I wonder why our ears plug up when we get sick.
Well, everything's connected, right? If the sickness is going down your throat, it's going up your station tubes that lead to your inner ear.
Oh, yeah.
I contracted something on vacation, so I'm moderately sick.
Man, I was watching the Terra gameplay on the stream a little too late. I was watching, like, damn, this Terra's cooking. What is this? And I look up and I'm like, oh, it's you. Okay. I always forget you can play like everybody in the cast, basically. Yeah, she's allowed.
Keep going down. Yeah, that's what it is. We're just chilling. This last one.
Let's see if Roxy can get any.
Just for the best, I cannot be hyped with my current health status. Will blow up my. I almost lost my voice like 24 hours ago.
Jeez.
Cameras rolling and action.
Emu. Nice way to approach this as Valentine release is to throw your dead crossing.
Yeah.
Also dash blocking is pretty huge for this. Oh, that was an interesting thing.
I always feel like it's weird once you're getting used to fighting genres for real. I feel like playing against them makes you feel like, oh, I have to get in right now. But you don't really have to.
Probably not.
Kappa had talked to me recently about like using your health bar as like a resource. I think it's really smart.
Using health bar as a resource?
Yeah, so yeah. I never thought about stuff like that before. I think it was like a month ago he told me that. I'd never thought about it like differently than that.
Yeah. I feel like it's most applicable when you're dealing with Robo or Peacock. It's like gauging how much health loss you can take in order to get in or to counter zone.
Dude, it
That was
really.
huge.
Oh, I'm behind. Oh, nice. Yeah. I was like worried about Peacock zoning, and then Kappa was like, no, I think it was double Fukua zoning drill, and Kappa was like, you realize to kill you, you have to take like 30 shots, and then I think it's like 30 shots in drills to fully kill you just on those two things alone. It's really kind of put it into perspective for me.
Oh no, you didn't have to spend meter for this.
You should do Magnet. I think all Robo should start doing this. When they're low enough on health, just do Magnet. Unless it's gonna win the round. You can
People still streaming this game? Brother, where have you been? Still streaming this game? This game is not dead. There have been 4 new character developments.
Big Booty Man, do you play Gold Lewis? I use that same one.
It's growing. We're about to get a season 2, to be honest.
I think I've met you. You know Sid, right?
Right? Right? We're about to get season 2. Once Marie is done, I feel like the rest of the people on the character sheet is what's gonna pop off next. Open the Stargate. Woo!
Yeah, I've been in VC with you in the agency before.
And just I would like one of the other demigods or whoever they are to also be in the video game.
There's a character I just recently found out about from finishing Umbrella's story. I wanted them to add in Parasol's dad.
Parasol's dad? Oh yeah, that'd be interesting actually. Parasol's dad.
At least because what they showed of him, like apparently he's not dead, and he's got that fire thing on his head. So I'm curious what that's about.
Fortune Gaming. Fortune Gaming.
The Ethan thing for here.
Oh, that's what the. Oh no.
I was better at dying.
TME special.
Now you're cooking with
If they
gas.
add Panzerfaust, I feel like that would just be redundant because Big Band's here. That would
Wait,
be.
why would you?
To me, that would be unnecessary.
I think Panzerfaust could be cool. If he's a more of a grappler, Big Bad just feels like a armor character to me, less like a grappler.
Robo Fortune.
Oh no! Give me the purple Rumble Fortune.
Robo Fortune.
Who would make such a thing, and why?
This battle is
I definitely
all
want
mine.
Panzerfaust and Annette more than like anybody else.
I missed it.
Yeah. Annette's hype.
Hello. There we go. I
Is there
can't
any-
do much TKs.
Is there an easier way to cheat out TKs on hitbox?
To do TKs on the box?
Yeah, I don't know if there's like a cheat. It's not that hard, but probably doing like 2 TK beams at lowest height kind of
There
difficult.
is a way that actually. I have to cheat code it with the you press and hold forward on hitbox. You do. was it back, down, and do jump.
You can combo off of beam with your install and with meter.
All right, show's over.
It's a little hard because I'm not used to holding forward and doing TKs that way, but that is a way to do that.
It's been an experience for me. Learning these cheat inputs from the hitbox. I didn't realize some of them are like really intuitive, and some of them are really weird.
Don't make sense, that's for sure. There was like 6 different ways to do DP. There was like a video, I think Hitbox was actually showing them off.
That's where I learned 2 different ways. I'm a big fan of the hold, like if you're facing player one side, to hold 6, hold 4, release 4, tap 2. That way, it's really easy. It does.
Yeah, it takes over the hitbox.
Yeah. If you stand in front of it though, or inside of it, and extend your hitbox, you can still get hit by them.
Yeah. What is it? You hold 6, do 4, 2, right? 6, 4, 2.
Robo Fortune.
If we have ones for half circles, I wonder why people
Minutes. Showtime.
on hitbox don't do. Could you just cheat out half circles and try to do, and then make gold hits on hitbox easier? Yeah, I gotta try that then. Actually, it's really cool. Hitbox gold is like my favorite, like my character so far. Hello. Not enough for Bobby. Well, actually, I think it is enough for Bobby, but not for a long time. Yeah. We're about to do lab street. Is that often where game devs require each direction to be placed to get press to get a?
I feel like if you just make the standard, you can just go in each direction.
Let's start again.
I love that.
Oh, yeah, the sheet inputs. What's my time? It's 7. We'll get started. Button is sticky. Dangle. Up. Where's my brain at? Apologies, everyone. I'm still sick. That not great. I almost destroyed my voice 24 hours ago. Beautiful. Welcome everybody to Skullgirls Get Gr8 Lab Stream Edition. We answer questions from the community and in our dangled Discord here. What kind of questions we got today? I think we're operating still off of like April or something like that. Where we at?
It's been a minute.
Been a hot second.
But we also end up disqualifying a lot of questions, so.
There's a lot of black bars, a lot of things. I will reiterate. For those who are in our Discord and are staring at the live stream questions channel, right? There's a lot of blocked off sections for that reason. For the reason why I can't formulate words. The reason why a lot of the things are blocked off is because A, server FAQ. B, something you could probably discover on yourself. C, the wiki.
D,
And,
it's hard to talk about, and they're just not questions for a live stream.
They're not questions for live stream, or they're way too broad.
It's how do you approach X matchup? It's like you don't really do this in the lab.
Yeah, we can't describe that for you necessarily. So with that out of the way, let's see here. Let's take it from where I had blocked off some of these in March, I guess. Let's see. This person asks, Kitchener Ally, beginner B&Bs, the wiki, exclamation mark, wiki, solves 90% of what you're asking for there. Let's see, Dovadex, I need help with air throw conversions with P at various heights. I'ma need you to go into the lab, friend. That's from Dovadex. Graphy, anti-airs with all three of my characters. I'ma need you to go into the lab, my friend. Also, the wiki. The wiki also has some anti-air things for you.
Go to wiki, look at hitboxes, go, this might be a neat anti-air. Try it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of times, if you read the description, it'll tell you this might be a good anti-air.
Or just, if you like the hitbox, like I'll use squiggly stand heavy kick to check Philias sometimes. Like, just big box is good.
Exactly. If one of those are asking, how do I deal with Rushdown character A in this video game? I'm gonna look at Dahlia, stand light punch, turn on the hitboxes, send it to you, be like, try this character.
Slap.
236 MP. What? 236 MP? Yeah, well. Oh, yeah. You're talking about Snap.
Yeah.
Is that Jean? Yes. If you're solo versus any sort of team, you can do that motion to be able to heal any red health that you've lost as a result of getting hit.
It's only
usually
2/3 of the red health, right?
Yeah, 66% back.
Yeah, you get that back if you snap the assist, but not the point character, you get 1/3 back.
I don't know if that's the same still.
Did they change that?
I felt like it's been homogenized.
I'm pretty sure you get less for snapping the assist and not the point, but I can go check the system mechanics while we move on.
Please do, because I haven't actually done that ever in my life. Show me a Fuqua L5. What is an L5 route first?
Level
What
5.
is that?
Level 5.
A
Level
level
5?
5 route? Oh. No disrespect, but it's pointless. If this was 2016, sure. In the modern age, level 5 is a meme.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring it back.
According to the wiki, it is still 1/3 recoverable for hitting the assist.
Okay.
And hitting both is still only 2/3. It doesn't add together.
Right. Cool deal. But why? But mostly because of the way that Fuqua was changed. That level 5 doesn't matter, and literally just doing a normal combo is better.
I was gonna ask. It doesn't even have hit stop, does it?
It does not.
It does.
You can jump out
Does
of
it?
it.
Really?
Yeah, you can jump out of it, bro. Like you can jump out of it, but you gotta, if you're like down backing, well, yeah, no, that is the definition of hit stop. If you're down backing, you'll get caught.
The only way I can think about using it, and it's
No,
still
you
a
can't.
meme.
You can't
what?
react post flash.
On that one, can't react.
It has one frame of hit stop, but it's active immediately after. So.
Exactly.
To be fair, it's a 5-frame command throw. No one's reacting to that.
Surely. Oh,
I mean, if they're jumping, they're already jumping.
that's true. Yeah, that's true. We're working on level 5 routes and start it. Yeah.
Just run Salt Grinder assist so you can combo into.
Honestly, actually, if you land the level 5 and then call Salt Grinder, they will die.
Yeah, that one blows.
I mean, just do a front-loading string into Salt Grinder and then combo into
No, so
level 5 and reset scaling.
I guess you could do that, right?
Yeah, because it's stagger into a command throw.
I mean, I would just level 5 and then Salt Grinder because anything else scales from Fukua.
You know what I want to do?
That'd be
You know how
crazy.
TJ does the thing where he teleports behind you when you do a move and puts Lenny down? Yeah, I want to do that with Fukua level 5.
Just do that. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
To understand nothing personnel, kid.
Back and I have labbed it. When Lenny hits, they literally just cease to be, dude. You do 4 buttons and it kills them.
It's amazing. It's great.
It's so cool.
I remember the days when you could land counter hit level 5 and it was a TOD.
Honestly,
Does she actually get extra damage off of a counter hit?
She did back then, not anymore.
I love the amount of supers that have 0 damage initial hits to prevent them from dealing extra damage counter hit.
It's so
And then
crazy.
Bella 360 still deals extra damage for all of the.
Somewhere
Please
there's
be
clown
consistent, game.
privilege.
Please be.
Somehow the
game.
rules don't seem to apply to many characters.
don't worry. We'll get Shadow Girl privilege soon enough.
Oh, you've already got
It'll be
dual, okay?
That-
That's enough privilege.
Right.
That button is crimes.
Jenny Bay. Alright, let's get started with the question. From Dunce, who have posted it, and from Lucio. What approach options does Band have? Big Band with approach options. We're talking like in general approach options in the dangle neutral, right? We got Big Band out here. Good old approach options. Air to airs, okay, is pretty nice. Normally that's kind of what you're doing for the most part, because this is a big old button if you want to look at it. The hitbox is on. We'll turn this up to like 25%. This is a big old hitbox, very disjointed, very nice for the air approaches. Normally something you want to be doing. In the neutral, if you want to do other things, 2 HP into E breaks, also pretty decent for the spacing, and you can approach that way. It's pretty dang nice. Hit play again real quick.
One more one.
This is a decent poke. If you want to do in the neutral, nice spacing options. Approaching, otherwise 2 MP kind of underrated. You can get some bombos off of that. At least with long range hitting assists, those are pretty nice. Otherwise, kind of keep it towards the spacing. Figure out how to E-break and get yourself into different situations. This is an underrated button as well. This is approach. Toolkit is pretty dang nice.
Yeah, I would describe it as just being patient,
Yeah.
but making sure they're always afraid of your big buttons. But more often than not, you can kind of just walk at them and they'll be like, okay, I can't do anything because they're just
People are kind of scared of Big Ben. The best approach option that you will ever have is this. This is beautiful.
dash block. And then, yeah,
Please.
space brasses.
Space brasses are huge. If you want someone to stop doing nonsense, you're like, no.
Especially with assists behind them.
Yeah, this is a really good button. This is your tell people to stop. It is decent on block. Put this on
-6, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Alice
Is
-6.
-6, yeah.
So, most jabs in this game can't punish it.
Yeah.
I mean, regardless, you'll probably be spaced far enough away that a jab can't hit, but if you mess up and you're point blank, you're still safe from most of the jabs of the cast.
Yeah, you kind of want to keep your spacing to about here or so. You can follow up with 2. Any closer than that, and that's punishable territory, so you gotta be careful.
Also, if they have disjoints, that has no armor, so you can get called out. Doing that in Eliza's face is scary. Doing that in Aparicel's face is scary.
Very, very crazy. This here, pretty decent if you want to get the pushback. So you can get a decent follow up even on a counter hit or hit. That's pretty good right there. This again, pretty good poke. Even if they block it, pretty decent poke. But for the most part, like Doug said, patience is what drives this forward, and being aware of your spacing options and stuff. Pretty dangerous.
You talk about.
That's false.
You talk about JLK already?
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. The air to airs that band have is kind of limited. JLK really is the best one because it's the most situated.
JLK, point blank, symbols for screen.
True.
Yeah.
Symbols.
If you do the TKs, if you can do the TKs and stuff, this is huge. You can control space real quick. It's pretty nice. Most people want to rely on this. Don't do that. If you really want to do it, it's very much at a distance. That's where it's at its best. Unless you're doing giant step, but follow it up with an assist because this is hyper punishable if it's blocked. Oh, we're careful. That's pretty good things for ban. Y'all got anything to add?
He's got good tools for reads. Doesn't mean you need to force the reads.
True.
Yeah.
Very true.
He gets rewarded off of just about any hit, so you really don't need to force anything if you play a slow and patient game. Like if you watch Catpie play this character, he's just sitting there jabbing you for doing stupid stuff in his face. Like
that is very true. This button is one of the better buttons in the game. Look at the spacing on that, brother. Look. You are not getting touched.
IAD's not allowed.
You're not allowed. The only other character that really has this level is Dahlia at this point, I think, right?
I think so, yeah.
Could argue Parasol, but
That's true, Pepsi. Yeah, this is a very good button. Very nice poke. You can follow it up with other stuff.
oh, and
True,
Fortune.
extra spacing. True, fortune.
That is also silly.
Fortune. True. How do you? What are we trying to punish with Fuqua? Is the question. Which button? This? The giant step. For the most part, big bands love to do this in people's faces. Fuqua has a number of tools to do that. There's this jabs.
It's minus
usually
22
the
on
easiest one.
block.
You could literally have a counter hit if you're fast enough. So definitely 5 HP is pretty decent. Her jab is pretty good. Her you can do a crouch slide if you really want to get into that.
I mean, if they do the heavier ones, you can just 2 HP, right?
You could 2 HP, but then you have to follow it up with fireball
Oh
and
yeah, the
BFF.
fireball.
That's the only thing. So that's why launcher's the best. Even though
Yeah, and then if they're doing it full screen, if you're struggling to deal with it full screen, that's your chance to move forward. Big Band might be scary, but honestly, most people lose the full screen matchup versus Band because Giant Step is just a better tool. So you want to be getting closer.
This thing is kind of ridiculous if you got the terrified boots on and you're just down backing. This is your worst enemy. Moving forward and up forwarding is actually kind of the best option for you.
I don't think enough people do up forward. Every time I do it against people, they just neutral jump, but you could take space.
Yep.
Do they all hit high?
Yes.
Yes, they do. Do indeed. Fun fact: this used to hit high. It was an interesting time we lived in.
Oh, that's toxic.
Redacted Z, quote unquote, patched it out of the game. Though me and another band player found a very specific scenario. If you held down and switched to up block, this still hit high.
What the heck?
Yeah. So eventually it got fixed, but you know, that was a fun time. I saw something. Yeah, the beginner bombo. Yeah, the wiki. You got the routes in there.
Especially when you're learning the game, that's the best routes. Like once you move on to not necessarily custom combos, but more like assist specific stuff, you'll probably start lacking a little bit more from the wiki. But for just routes to learn and like learning what actually works for the character, they've got so many routes on the wiki for every character besides maybe the newest ones.
There's so many. There's so much and so many combos.
It's a great place to start.
Eventually you outgrow those, and then you can figure out things on your own. But those bombos are really good. Let's see here. What else we got? Let me see the. How do I safely hit an assist? That's Blade Dasher. That's a little hard to describe. We'll tackle that later.
Yeah. TLDR, I would describe it as like 2 or 3 things. One, if they're not anywhere close to punish you, feel free. Just a cheeky little jab. That's the main one you're probably looking for. It's just like, they can't cover this, I'm gonna hit it. You need to make sure you don't overextend. If you want to be greedy, the 2 others are, if you have enough time to get a launcher out before they can hit you, you can Suki cancel in this game, which is you jump cancel because you hit them with your launcher, so it allows you to jump. And then that cancels the recovery of your move, and you just hold block afterwards. So you need to neutral jump, and then you hold block immediately after you start your jump squat, and you'll be put into pre-block. So that keeps you safe while hitting the assist. Keep in mind, most launchers are heavy buttons, so they still have like 20 frames of startup-ish.
Yeah.
You very likely will get checked before then if you're not being really quick about it. And then the final one, if you have a character that can like do stuff in the air that kind of juggles the assist, so biggest example is Parasol, just jump to medium kick, pops opponents in the air and Parasol in the air. If they don't have a way to catch me out, so like I won't do it versus Eliza because they have Horus, but if I'm playing versus like a Fortune and I'm just above her head stomping the assist, there's not much she can do about it besides wait for me to come back to the ground. So those are kind of the 3 things I'm thinking about for the most part. As someone who really likes to hit assists. Also, just 4th, also really big one, counter call. If you have an assist that deals a good chunk of damage, especially if it's armored or if it's a DP, use your assist to hit theirs. Don't put yourself at risk at all.
Yeah. A lot of assists in these games are actually extremely good meat shields. So if you want to approach but not necessarily commit all the way, calling your assist to counter call another assist is a really good way to mitigate that situation. Especially if you're dealing with brass, just call your brass. Deals with the other brass. Yeah. Really good.
I play against brass users, I block it, I call butchers, that brass is not moving for another couple of seconds.
That's pretty dang nice.
Yeah.
Let's see. Alright, from straight, is there like 3 questions here from straight?
Yeah.
Hit confirms for double. Wiki. Research she could do with Annie. Wiki. How can I implement my assist? Lab. So a lot of these things, they are actually on the wiki. There's like some team building stuff on there, right? Like I'm not crazy.
I think there's a separate team building site. I don't know where it's linked on the wiki, if it is at all.
It's in team building. There's also there is on some characters do have a team building thing, like what this character wants.
Yeah. A lot of the 2 touches in this game are somewhat undiscovered. So if you can pioneer a 2 touch yourself, it'd be pretty dang nice. Then it's your own tech.
Yeah.
And implementing assists, generally when I'm doing my bombos, and depending on the type of assists, I'm usually either putting it at the front of my combo or directly at the end of my combo.
So think of it similarly to how do you think about building your combos. If you have a single hit, that's a big amount of damage, that usually goes in your first string. If you have an assist that's like, it's a multi-hit, so it'll scale you put that in your ender. Because those are the 2 places where you're basically ignoring Undizzy. First string, Undizzy doesn't apply. Last string, this is your final string, so you don't care about the extra added Undizzy. So for example, if you're an Eliza player, Axe Assist is a front loader. You put that in your first string. If you're running Eliza but Butchers is what you end the combo with.
Yeah.
Slight asterisk because of lockout for DHCs, but that's the general concept.
for the best. Scaling in this game is very much adhering to single hits, do first, multi hits at the end. Team 2-touch. In this game, depending on the type of team you're running, you can definitely 2-touch with many characters. Many
For
different
the record, while it is the meta, there are definitely players. So myself and Yo-Yo, for example, prefer to 3-touch and then have be meter positive for incoming, rather than get the first hit, burn all of our bar, and then play incoming with their NDZ maxed and no meter.
Yeah, and then you're just playing the neutral with no options. That's not, to me, that's not great. I
both have their reasons, and you kind of figure out which one you want to do. Or you just go with the flow and touch them 5 times, and then have 4 beat meter for the next character.
Dang, sounds like me for real.
I definitely do that on Parasol sometimes. Get a little mix happy. I'm like, oh
wow,
that's completely unnecessary.
Where did this
I didn't block any
come
of it.
from? Okie-doke. Let's see, where were we at? Dovadex. How do I put enough load on my opponent's mental stack? Ooh. Mental stack.
Yeah, that's kind of, I mean, if you want to talk about theory, that's just having enough strong options that all are dealt with in different ways.
Yeah.
If you want to like overly simplify it. So you want to be able to rotate between a couple default options that all end up doing something that all need a different response. And then once they're busy thinking about dealing with all of that, they're too preoccupied with that to then realize, oh, they've just did something fake in my face because they weren't expecting it. But you cannot consistently do the fake stuff, otherwise people will start calling you out for it. You need to sprinkle that in on top of just having a ton of really default strong options.
Yeah. Like example for me, which I can demonstrate real quick. I am the duo player that does this a lot. And this is a team that I play all the time. This is my team. I layer this. I do this kind of thing. So this is a very real thing. I like to do fake things. Like, I'm not gonna keep doing this because you can just respond to this very easily. But then sprinkle it in with other things. You can fake it out, that kind of thing. Put it into jail, this sort of thing. So these are like 3 strong options that I toss out at once. And look at that dang old wall. It's tall as double. So this is like cause for like overloading the stack. But then you're like, what do I do? What am I gonna do? What do I have to do? Super jump? I can just do this. And most people don't see me do this until they've already jumped. So overloading the mental stack, you're going into the theory.
And then that once they're really busy respecting that, it's like once every 4 or 5 times, obviously not on as strict a system as that, JP will then dash forward and low you, or dash forward and throw you.
Yeah.
There's something like that, and there's just like, okay, how do I get back into neutral? How do I get back into neutral? Oh crap, I just got hit.
Yeah, for the most. And then a lot of the times, and people see me fake something out, and the puddle is still there. They'll toss out an option and then get caught by the puddle, and then it's like, now it's my turn again. So there's a lot to be done with. A lot of the things really is just kind of holding the block and push blocking out at like decent timings to be able to get me far away enough so that you can move forward. But to think of that in the midst of everything else happening, it's kind of hard to deal with if you're not like fully prepared for this. But yeah, it's I hope that was a good demonstration of that. How to improve defense? Play the video. Okay.
Yep. If you want a way to set it up in lab, you set replays for high, low, or throw. All 3, honestly, if you want to be. So like you can just have affiliate point blank. And it would be a little bit awkward if you set it to save state and save position and set it to repeat, does it just constantly teleport you back to the same spot?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll
Okay.
teleport you back here. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. So for baseline defense, you can do that, but obviously playing will give you a more fluid experience of playing neutral and then realizing you need to block. To that point, improving defense beyond that, if you are struggling to get someone off you, go into the replay, see what their block strings are, record a bot doing those block strings, and just check where there are holes in it. So it's like, for example, I as a Parasol player will dash up 2 light kick, 2 medium kick, L shot. Gelato is one of the only people who punishes me for that. Medium kick into L shot is not a true block string. So if you don't push block, you wait for the L shot and you do a reversal option, I will get caught. And so it's just kind of figuring out where those holes in block strings are, so you're not really just getting knowledge checked. And then obviously the asterisk to that is you need to be reacting to the L shot, because if they go into some other frame trap where they just stop, you're mashing for nothing. And so that is where, like, if you really want to break down defense, that's the next step. Gotta figure out what people are doing to you and what the answer is to deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd argue the best way really is just to try to match, because then you can just practice having your hands kind of feel out the motions.
As someone with really good defense, I hate the lab. I've literally just been playing the game. I hop into lobbies and play the game. And I'm kind of just, at this point, I'm recognizing patterns. It's like, as well as actively thinking about the opponent's options. If they're in the air, why the hell would I be blocking low? Only when it becomes the layer of like, okay, they can fast fall and low here early, then I might get caught overhead. If a double extends past, honestly, a light kick, I'm like, okay, I'm just holding down back because I can't really get tick throwed or overhead at this point. That sort of deal. Parasol, once they go past medium, I'm blocking overhead because 4 heavy kick is the only way. If they go sweep, I get hit low. You can get quaked. Most Parasols don't do it, and they need an assist to convert, or they need to spend 4. But just thinking about options in those terms, all of a sudden you're not like thinking about reacting, you're preempting what they literally have to do to open you up once they're past a certain point in their block string. Down charge up medium kick. It's not an option you see Parasols do very often, but it's a low, and everyone forgets it's low. And I've been abusing that fact.
That it's a low.
I mean, no one uses it. I'm legitimately gonna start. So you know the like 3-hit stand heavy kick LTOS stuff.
Yeah.
I'm honestly gonna start high-lowing people before that because people just aren't ready for it. It's like instead of doing heavy kick, I'm literally doing quake, or I'm doing 4 heavy kick. Yeah, you see it as a niche special to go into assists. So like quake LNL is something you'll see as a first string, or you'll see it as an ender when pillar is not far enough, or they're too far away for pillar or other things. But no, so heavy kick version is DP. Medium kick version is a low that is not invuln. Light kick has no hitbox but detonates all tiers on screen. There are 3 different versions of this move.
Yeah. And dead mode here.
Yeah, Quake is silly. I love Quake.
Quake is silly.
It also only deals like 50 less damage than pillar.
That's kind of crazy to think
It's
about.
wild.
Actually, it's like it almost doesn't matter. Like just do this into this then. Crazy.
Yeah, and it's neutral on hit. It's the funniest thing. Which I guess isn't the best thing for Parasol because her fastest option is 7 frames, but
it's neutral on hit. That's so weird.
Yeah, it's neutral on hit. I forget what it is on block. I think it's bonus on block.
On block, it's a -11.
Alright.
That's really weird. Oh.
It can only count combo with super, tier, or assist. Yeah. Great.
Great. You can do this and this, right? Yeah. That makes it -7. That makes it less poopy, but I guess it's fine.
I mean, if you do that spaced, they can't punish you.
That's true. That's true. If you did like we're here, yeah.
Because it hits pretty far away.
That's +3. Wow. Interesting. Today I learned.
But at the same time, very rarely do you have a tier there.
True. That's very true.
So when you see the frames for the lab settings, the left is the startup, or is it the recovery?
I think that's the startup actually.
But what the number you see on the right is how minus you are basically.
Yeah.
So whether you have the bot set to block or hit, the number on the right will change accordingly. Actually, I can check. Yeah, the number on the left is the startup. The number on the right is the frame advantage afterwards.
Yeah. What? I just saw the. I just Moobot and then Selfish at the same time. Just like, oh my god, what just happened? In the same vein, Blade Dasher, when they were playing Parasol, they started using Pillar Assist. How do they incorporate into Blockstream's pressure? What should either Band or Dahlia do after I call it?
So, in general, it is like that. Obviously, when we're just talking about like beginner concepts, and I'm sure you heard this a lot, like don't extend past a medium on block. Obviously, for Parasol, it's slightly different, but the general rule of thumb is try not to go past a medium. The point of that is also to keep yourself safe. Beyond that, if you are hit confirming with mediums, if they've blocked the medium, you can go, okay, I'm not going to commit my point character, I'll use my assist. My assist keeps them in block string while I fully recover, and then behind that assist, I can opt to pressure, or I can be patient if I expect the match is coming. So you're basically, especially if you're using a DP assist and block strings, you're more or less using it to just say, it's still my turn. I want another chance at opening you up. Alongside, it's just a bonus if that also doubles as your hit confirm, because Pillar front loads damage, so you're just front loading Pillar first string. That's how I describe using it. So like for Fuqua, I would also use it to make fake things real. So it's like I would do light medium into L clone, but I'd also call Pillar at the same time I did L clone. And all of a sudden they can't punish the L clone anymore, bar some metered options. Just stuff like that.
I'll say this is my favorite monster.
Throw in a 2 heavy punch there if you want to be cheeky. 2 heavy punch is really funny to box out the corner. It's big, and it's
true,
4
yeah.
frames fast. It's 4 frames faster than Send Heavy Punch.
It's 4 frames faster?
It's 4 or 3. It is.
It's 3.
Quite
That's
quick.
crazy.
It's a big button,
Oh my god.
and you always have down charge. So if you whiff it, you're always buffering Pillar. And
That's true. Oh my god. I should have thought about that. Dang. Crazy.
One more once.
Yeah, Crush Heavy Punch is a good button.
Pretty decent. Let's see, Graphy. What is a comment? Just general big band stuff, since I'm like really bad until I hit.
That is just playing the game. That is
That's
not
just
something
play-
you really
that's just playing
explore
the
in lab.
No. You just play it again better. It's just eventually you get used to how the game feels. It's honestly not as bad as it seems. Yeah, you play until it feels natural. It's alright. It's alright. Look at this. Canada?
Canada.
All of Canada.
That was Canada. Tips on good moves to break out of being pressured in the corner. Very general. The wiki,
Yeah.
if you're exploring move sets for your characters, you can see what moves and what hitboxes look like when you press on the move in question in the box on the left. You can just kind of get a general sense of what hitboxes look like and how good they are. Like, for instance, Parasol 2MP is a really good hitbox because it's tight at its joint. Hits twice, it's very far away. It's really good. Pretty alright. The win. What's the strongest starter?
Band level 5.
True, right?
Here's your answer.
It's true, very true. They will die. The best. Go for it. Hit it with the rephrase.
Is thank you the rephrase?
Yeah, I think I got there before they finished.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Thank you was the rephrase. The true mix-up. All right, Bayo neutral. You wig. You can convert off of band level 5. This is true. You can do that.
Yeah.
As long as you have OTG, and if it's your starter, there's no way in hell you used OTG otherwise.
Yeah.
So you do level 5, you wait for the wall bounce, you pick up with 2 medium punch. Or is it kick? Which one's the trombones?
2 medium kick.
From kick, okay.
Pretty nice. How do you convert from Fortune JLK?
Many
You don't
ways.
You don't have to tell them. I
Yeah,
would.
No,
I think
I
I
would
went
have
over
this
this with
with
them as
them
well.
Yeah, it's a straight. Yeah, it's a straight.
Why is there so many?
Dovadex, it's a question,
Yeah.
but not one we have to answer. There's a lot of ones from straight. I'm fairly certain are just like, how do I do this with this? That just can be done if you do a little bit of labbing.
Yeah. For every time
retro
you feel like-
draw-
Every time you feel like asking, how do I convert this? You should ask the lab first and ask other people second.
True. Try it on your own first. If you can't work it out, ask someone else who's slightly more experienced to either give you like what a combo looks like, what the combo of it looks like, or like a video reference or something. Because I feel like a visual aid usually is a lot better than just getting text on screen sometimes, you know? Especially if it's something very specific. This one, Retro Dot. Are there any mostly universal resets Squigly has that lets her threaten a fast left-right mix-up?
Yes. I'm pretty sure the one on the left is mostly universal. The fastfall one?
Yeah.
Doesn't it work on everyone besides like band? Maybe not.
I think you're right about that one actually.
Yeah.
It's finicky. I never liked
is
that one. I couldn't get it to work. I know people who use it. I will go find.
I could swear this also works on double. Fairly certain.
Yeah. It works on double.
Okay.
Oh, of course, if it's on, off a block, right? Right.
There is also launcher dive kick under. That is fake.
This one's
So people will catch you. That being said, I do it in games. I've seen Adivas do it in games. Don't let that prevent you from just checking if they're
Right.
awake. Just because something's fake doesn't mean it won't work.
But the die kick one. You fast forward with JHK, right? You do that?
Yes.
Yeah. So this one's a little harder on double because her dash forward is. This does work on everybody else, though. That's for sure.
And then for left rights, you also do have, if you have an assist that sets it up at a nice height, Stancel off of stand medium punch the first hit is a great left right for the character, and she can also jab instead of high low you on the ground to keep it meaty. She also can set this up by herself in the corner. So all you have to do is in the corner launcher, jump medium kick, jump heavy punch. They're at the perfect height for you to do stand medium punch with just the first hit. You Stancel, and based on which option you choose and how you move after you Stancel, they will be left right, also character. So it's one you definitely need to mess around with to get used to dealing with all the different characters, because you need to do different tricks to say like get cross under on band still. It's possible. You just need to like Kara cancel medium kick or a 2 medium kick. Maybe I forget exactly how it works. There's a lot of silliness that goes into this, but it's incredibly flexible.
It's if you want to do it as fast as possible with the most amount of jank possible, you would do this. I will demonstrate this for the one time.
Also, there's a bunch of assists that do it similarly. So M-Clone does this, H-Spiral does this from Eliza, Beat Extend does this from Bands. You just want them at this height. And the second you get them at that height, you get to do disgusting things to people.
You get to do so... This is gross. it's... You can do it the right kind of height. You can get a cross up with this. We're the same side all the time. This confuses so many people.
It is quite good.
I've had people block it. The problem with this is that the recovery is at such a low height you can just do whatever you want. So even if they block it, you can just block this. Wow, I grip you. So yeah, no.
There's all that sort of chicanery. Major weakness, it's mashable.
Yes.
And there's no good burst baits off of it, because Squiggly just doesn't have good burst baits. If she did, she'd be a disgusting character. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I wish Squiggly had better burst baits, because I love burst baits, but...
Depends on the character that you're playing, but if they've got... I think the way that I left this out, if they have some sort of like air super thing that's going on, you can actually just do that. You can hit up with a jab. Like some air on maximum.
Jab is the thing I like to catch people who don't have air reversals. If they do, I'm usually just blocking or gonna react with an SBO into D8C.
Yeah.
Because every air super besides Timpani doesn't have hit stop to cover the startup, right?
I'm fairly certain, yeah, actually.
Yeah, so you have ways to deal with a lot of ways people would try and get out. I'm pretty sure the main reason you would jab is honestly to keep it meaty, because I'm pretty sure people can double jump out of the setup if they have it.
Yeah,
which is a really good defensive tool.
It's very, very good. You can jump out of it, but to stop people from doing that, you jab.
Yep.
So. Can you do that with Philia? No.
Philia has ways to set that up
himself,
though.
Here, let's test a theory. I have a theory in my head. This might be something that works. I would never use LFD, but this might be something that works.
Oh yeah.
That would be really weird. This is gonna be so weird.
Not quite high enough. Maybe M.
Yeah, maybe M. Maybe M.
M up to.
Yeah. God, brother.
What if you did 5 HK and then called up to? Do you think you could get enough time to run forward or no? Like 5 HK?
I mean, that's usually. Yeah, getting that timing is really awkward. I've tried to do that for butchers.
This might be like a corner only kind of thing in this case. You can't necessarily do this mid screen because they pop it way too far. Oh, that's. Oh, you get pushed back.
I mean, you might be able to do it off of Silverboard. Oh, wait, why did you get pushed back? I'm sorry.
Probably, yeah, probably Silverboard. Let's see. It had to. God, you have to scale yourself in.
Yeah. Not great.
Not great. I wouldn't personally do this, but you could. You could. It's not great though. I wouldn't personally do this.
Well, if you're asking if Philia can mix like this, yes.
Oh,
many ways.
In general, yes. In general, yes.
She just has a lot of ways to barely leave people in the air, doing it without assist, and then just threaten dash under or same side.
Yeah. Since she's here actually.
One more time.
And wow. What's the thing? What's the button to switch the characters? You hold the other.
One more once.
There it is. Yeah.
I think you just hold the other.
Yeah. Fairly good. Just Just do whatever the heck he wants. Like, you just do shenanigans. Just, yeah.
Yeah, so if you are playing in a game and just hit play again, if you hold the like tag input for the character you want point, they will be point.
Yeah.
If you were unaware.
Assist? What?
I mean, Philia doesn't need the assist to set it up.
Yeah.
She just left hits.
Are you asking if Philia can do the same kind of setup, or are you asking if Philia makes Fuku assist? That's an important task.
Philia mixed with Fuku assist. Oh, like if you gave M Shadow to Philia?
Same kind of. No.
Yeah, I mean, she won't use it the same way. No.
It's not as good of an assist for Philia because she just does it by herself.
Yeah.
So it's kind of redundant in that sense, and doesn't really give anything to offer for Philia.
Yeah. Plus, you also need to keep in mind that works because the pullback from stance canceling.
Yeah.
Philia doesn't have a stance.
Oh, the pain wheel. I can also demonstrate that real quick. That one's fun.
Also mashable.
Also mashable, but also very fun. How do I do this? How do I do this? Yeah, so you do this, you fly cancel. That's fun. Yeah, so, you know, some characters kind of get schnazzy with it because it does stupid things to them, to the opponent, and you're just like, what just happened to me? That's what I like. But yeah, if you would like to steal that, go for it. It's fun.
Drill is probably a better assister than H-Shadow. H-Shadow is not an assist you'll run very often.
You don't necessarily run H-Shadow assist. It's far too slow to be used as a mix-up tool. Even though it hits high and you can threaten high-low, it's too slow for the amount of speed that Philia has. H-Drill is better, I would say, mostly because of the lockdown feature it's got. So you can threaten a lot more buttons while the opponent's just kind of dealing with a button that's just hitting for a lot. You can see which side we're getting hit on. That's fair. That's why it's my favorite.
That's usually the goal of mix, yes.
Let's see here. What are some ways to safely get my characters in? I'm starting to get punished for raw tag. Oh yeah, when they were getting punished for raw tagging. I remember this. Hey, get the raw tagging out of your hands. They still do it? It's still happening? I've been playing for a whole week.
You gotta remember, gamers, if you raw tag 9 times out of 10, you're just saying, here, take my character.
Yeah. I would say first try to get the raw tagging out of your fingers, because doing this is not going to save you because of the amount of recovery that there is. Your character gets on and on the screen. It's usually like 30 to 40 frames per character's animation. So that leaves a lot of time for the opponent to just swoop in and instantly murder you. If anything, hold the block, wait for your opponent to hit you with a button, you press forward and tag, and that gets your character in with the assist option that they got going on. Block string. That kind of thing. What's the thing that Nope does? It's dash cancel, right?
Yeah. Dash
so
cancel.
if
How do
you
they do that?
So if you use an assist, that's a punch input. If you alpha counter and then press another punch in the time that lenient button dashing, which I think is just the first frame after the alpha counter, you get dash cancel. You get a button dash instead, basically. But it's finicky
That's
and
a
it
kick.
doesn't work with certain crouching heavy punches, so like it won't work with cremation. I think it works with Bayo 2 HP. It's weird. But that's why like 6 HP or P5 HP are the
Oh, so
the
if it's
assist
a
used for
if it's a punch assist, then you can do that.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Funny enough, it doesn't work with Bayo 2 HP. Chairless.
Weird.
It doesn't. Okay.
Yeah, that was what Ruby asked that right away.
Yeah, I thought someone found out how to get it to work with crouching heavy punches. But yeah, I don't know. So there's that. As someone who really likes cheeky ways of swapping characters, if there's a projectile on screen that has really low hit stun, do that. So like tagging in versus a Robo or P full screen zoning, more often than not you're safe. Don't do it with Lenny on screen, you will die.
Yeah.
That sort of stuff. Knowing how assists fudge up punishes. So like if I see my squiggly raw tag is gonna hit an assist, I might just go for it because that assist will make punishing it so much harder. For the record, the assist gets the wall bounce that the point character normally would on hit, and that means when they're comboing you, their assist flies in and pushes you out of their combos. Yeah, those are the greedy ways. Alpha counter opt-ins, some are safer than others, and then safety THCs. So if you can force them to block something and make it heads. It's expensive, but is by far the safest. Stuff like that. And even then, those are punishable by opponents' alpha counters, depending on the characters they're running. So always be keeping in mind exactly how you could get punished for going for something before you do it. Because if you don't understand the risk, you're probably not making the decision with the amount of information you need.
Yeah, it's very true. And decision making is a huge thing in this video game. Look at most fighters. No. Making the right
Or you can
decision
just say, I'm okay with losing half this character's health if they have to spend 2 or 3 bar damage.
Yeah.
Like those are the decisions you have to be making.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's straight up best to just say, this character's down, I'm playing incoming. Like, sometimes it is not worth trying to save the character because the options that allow you to do so would just get your other character killed.
Exactly. Yeah. So, usually for characters like 10% health, you're just like, alright, I can do what I can with this character. If my opponent spends 3 bar for it, awesome, go for it. No. So what this is what's called alpha countering. So you press forward in the middle of block, you hit the tag button, and that tags in your character in the midst of your block. Think guard cancel from DBFC, except this happened first. Forward tag in the middle of the block, and then your character comes in with the assist that they're doing. Yes, in lore game they call it stunt double.
I love how this game actually has names for everything, and you never see them anywhere outside of the wiki, or
No.
not the wiki, outside of the tutorial.
Yeah.
And then even in the tutorial, they like give up halfway through some of them
They
and
do.
just start referring to the colloquial names instead. It's
Yeah.
so funny.
What we would call this, we call this a snap, in the video game. You do the quarter circle forward motion. You do that. That's called a snap. In lore, it's called an outtake.
I actually like that name better than Snap.
Yeah. I forgot what was the other one? There's outtake, stunt double,
Blockbusters.
blockbusters. It's your meter. That's dramatic tension, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What's the undizzy? I always forget what the undizzy bar is.
I think it's just Undizzy.
I thought
Is
it
it,
was,
it's
no,
undizzy? No, that one's got it's actually got a specific name. What it's called though?
yeah, it's the drama.
Your drama
gauge, right?
is a drama gauge, right? The names for this game. Oh man. You have to use 2 bars minimum to swap out. No, via SSJ. depends on your characters, and I would never do that versus SSJ unless it's at like the end of the animation and not in the middle of it. Unless you're crazy like Nope and can do the dash cancel thing to block. So.
Glitch is not obvious. My favorite player.
Ruby molding in the club that 20 dash cancel stuff got patched and then
Right.
dash
Right.
cancel doesn't.
SSJ does not equal super. No.
No, that does not equal
SSJ.
super.
That is
SSJ
supersonic
is a
attack.
very specific super.
It's a very specific super for a big band called Supersonic Jazz, which he shorthanded to SSJ.
No one's doing that.
Yeah, he is also not a Super Saiyan, just to let you know. But you know.
Just saying.
Let's see. There's that one. Sebcast. Approaching command grab characters that can grab you out of the air. Tech the throw. Tech the throw. What are you doing? Tech the throw.
I think they're meaning anti-air grabs, in which
Yeah.
case, one, dash blocking on the ground doesn't put you at any threat.
That's
Two, usually you're wanting to space them out anyway, but just really watch your jumps. Because, yes, they can... So it's twofold. The risk-reward for them going for that is so skewed in your favor that if you're losing to that, you are being incredibly predictable with how you're jumping. Or you're just not blocking in the air. Or you're pressing too much in the air.
I was thinking like Big Band A-Train, right? Is that what
Yeah,
you're saying?
Big Band A-Train or
Gotcha.
Excella.
Yeah. By the way, those are hit grabs.
Player preference.
They're only unblockable while rising. So
Yeah.
Oops.
in the air, that means you're pressing something.
Yeah. Oops. Double. Options.
Most
can
people
Robo-
tend to play double patient and spacing
Yeah.
slash zoning, but you can't just run at people with assist behind you.
Yeah.
Her dash is a jump scare.
True. Her dashes.
If you want to go on what
Why did they give Parasol Dash a better load? That I
Yeah.
will never understand. That pisses me off to no end.
Because.
And a better throw. Like, both of them reach significantly farther than Paris. Paris' 2OK is so short. Like, it's actually just as short as her 2 light punch. It's wild.
For the person who was asking, you can confirm off a mid-screen air grab? Yes, you can. You have to double jump afterwards to be able to get it. But yeah. You can confirm off
Assist is not necessary for offensive play, it just really helps you layer and make yourself more sticky.
Yeah.
Assist is usually what lets you get an extra 2 or 3 chances of opening people up before you're overcommitting. Whereas a solo player can't do that and will need to stop at 1 or 2 before they just get PBGC punch.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, Fickle cannot. You said can at first, and I was like, brother.
I mean, she can if she has a clone preset, otherwise, no.
Yeah. I can also demonstrate that. Well,
Just a moment.
oh.
You know, I was going through Softy's YouTube again. There's a lot of good setups that I don't see people do still.
Yeah. Or with assists that are on the screen. Yeah, Darius, right?
Yeah. If you wanna see what this looks like. Oh. Again.
I will be
Fingers
right
are going
back.
faster than my brain is.
Classic.
This, right?
So yeah, like usually you end up only really doing this on incoming when you have the time to set up the clone beforehand. But yeah, you do that.
You do this.
And then you catch them with a falling button. So M Shadow makes it easiest if you do like heavy kick instead. You fall with jump heavy kick afterwards. Yeah.
Normally, yeah, she can do this with being sister. Personally, I wouldn't do it. Hey, this costs health. We to set this up to get a kind of underwhelming confirm into scaled combo
Yeah.
sort of deal. It's not. To
She
me, it's
so
not great, but
Yeah, she can do it with all her clone options. You need to press a falling button if you're using L clone or H clone. M clone kind of lets you do it, convert off the ground if you want. But the others, or does that not work mid-screen? Does that only work in the corner?
It's kind of hard. Because you gotta time the fall to get the right knockdown. Like pop up.
I almost always do it with H clone, so.
Yeah. H clone arguably better. Then you're playing finger twister. Oh god.
Wait, what? Can you not throw when you have H clone out?
Oh, my H is stuck. My H is stuck. It's being highly
Oh no!
My H is being uncooperative.
That one might also be corner only. Those might be more incoming things, but that's like the only time I'm used to doing it anyway.
Yeah. But yeah.
But yeah, slow train roll is one of the replacements for tuna with bacon. The issue is there's a couple different replacements, and none of them have the input that tuna with bacon did. So
Yeah.
it's kind of unfortunate. Slow train roll does have all of what used to be on tuna with bacon. So at the very least, you have everything that was already recorded. But for more recent stuff, I don't know how either site. So there's slow train and roll, and then there's
Was it slow train and roll? There's one more once.
Yep.
So I don't know what one more once looks like now.
I never
Tuna
figured
Bacon
out
is
how to
coming
stomach
back,
it.
right? Because there's still. Did they figure out the
I
back
don't
end?
know anymore. I'd need to ask Gelato.
I heard things about the back end getting fixed up.
I mean, I've been hearing things about the back end getting fixed up for the past 2 years.
It's fair.
So I do not know if that is still a project anyone is putting time into,
Now.
or if it's being handed off to other individuals.
Understand.
Oh, if you want squiggly bands, Yaya's a pretty reasonable source, but
Yeah.
Adivas and JC are great people to watch for squiggly bands. As well, and so they use the two different types of A-Train. If you want beat extend, Yaya runs beat, right? I don't remember now.
What is it?
Yaya runs squig beat, right?
Yeah, sweet beat.
Yeah, and so there's that. There is Clawmaster for Squig Beat, although they're not flashiest tech monster. Who else runs Squig Beat? There's a couple. Yeah, but there's a lot of really good, high quality players to watch for Squig Band.
Question: Why haven't we seen you in the Mixed Masters? Mostly time commitment. The reason you don't see me in a lot of online things anywhere forever is mostly time commitment. That's how I went underseeded for 7 years.
Middle intermediate smile. Muno's tweet is forever one of the
It's
funniest things.
seared into my timeline, brother. Oh my gosh. I'm fairly certain this was after CB. Ice shot solution for ban, please. Everyone wants to know. There is no solution. Hold that.
Yeah. I mean, what you saw Vending try and do is the goal. Don't press armor. You can try and parry. You mostly just kind of have to hold it and wait until they run out of meter.
Yeah. Honestly.
Because the second you parry, you're locked into continuously parrying or blocking, and they can just run up and throw you at any point in time.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
really
good luck.
is just like that. It's a good luck situation. I'm sorry.
But this is
You are
also
so-
you have a band on your team, and you didn't deal with the Dahlia. Like
This
that's
is,
kind of just how the matchup's gonna go.
I'm-
Like every time.
Yeah.
And I think Vending talked about this a little bit. They just didn't want to spend the bar, but it's like They played Dahlia for the point. They would DHC her out to make sure she was just there available for the band match afterwards. And so it's like, if you don't want to deal with it, you gotta snap her in. It's like, if you really don't want that to be the risk, you just spend the meter and snap her in and try and kill her before band is the only character. Because band anchor is great at robbery, but certain characters, Dahlia especially, have great ways to shut them down at neutral. Yeah.
Again,
It's
yeah,
kinda
just hold this. This is happening to you forever. It doesn't matter.
Welcome
Until
to
she
playing
gets the
band.
meter back. Welcome to playing the video game.
Yeah, this character is probably going to touch. The bright side to it is if you see people doing this in neutral before it's like a checkmate chip out situation, be happy. As long as you can hold whatever mix they do behind it, be happy, because that scales them to oblivion if they ever hit you with it. They are not dealing damage if they're hitting you with ice shot. So if you're playing Dahlias on QM who just like default to 6 ice shot always, don't be as afraid to get hit, because they're gonna need so many touches to kill you.
Yeah, there's a lot of touches. I've ran into at least 3 Dahlias who are just like, I saw CV. Let's do this, and their assistant not accompany them to do any of the actual damage to follow up. And I was just like,
I mean,
yeah.
There's a reason Sonic Fox had their default set up until they got to banned.
Yeah. It's a very situational kind of thing. It's not meant to be used liberally. They're just like, this seems cool. That kind of thing. Let's see. What are good ways to punish DP assist calls, and how should I play around neutral assists like Brass and Beam? Dang. Want to punish the DP assists? I think the best way to deal with most of those neutral things is I'm gonna play the Fuku. It's common one is where's Annabelle? Destruction Pillar. This beautiful whack assist here.
Let's go.
Oh, this. This is this. Best way. A lot of the times you do this. The chicken blocking is really good in these cases.
I will say, even if you just normally block any DP, it actually does not have that much block stun.
Yeah.
So it's not that bad in the first place, but yeah, chicken
it's
block.
it's not that bad, but chicken blocking is technically better for you because you immediately act and punish the assist.
It will always be better, but you don't see it as much versus anti DP, say versus Brass or Knuckle.
Yeah, that's true.
Lock and mode, sorry, not Knuckle, Brain. You're not chicken blocking Knuckle. It's a multi-hit, and I want to lose my mind. That is the thing that tilts me the most about Hell Bomber, I swear. I hate that assist with a burning passion because it never lets you chicken block it.
It's so good. How do you mean? Approach with a similar mindset to PVGC? PVGC is a different thing entirely than land canceling.
Yeah. Land canceling is like land canceling is a neutral tool, PVGC is a defensive tool. They both try and cheat recovery, if you want to think of it like that. But chicken blocking is something you're kind of just like reacting to catch them overextending behind. Whereas PVGC, you have all the time in the world to just be like, okay, my block stun is ending here. Are they doing something I can just press on?
Yeah. That's rough one. With taking your turn back, not necessarily.
If you're
like
chicken
what
blocking the point, I would agree with that statement. If you're doing it versus assists, you're just trying to minimize the effect of the assist.
Yeah, you're mostly just trying to not deal with the assist as much, and trying to get it away from you as much as possible so you can hit the point.
Other thing to keep in mind when dealing with people who love calling assist, especially if they're doing it on defense. You can throw them, because more often than not, they're downbackers. If they're not downbackers, you low them, and you get a happy birthday. So, if people are just like in your face down backing and calling their DP, hit them with the good old-fashioned throw. Because while you're in your throw animation, you're completely invulnerable. So that assist will fly right on through you.
Like that. Exactly like that.
Yep.
So a lot of players will be like, my DP will say, oh.
Yep.
It's usually how that goes. Otherwise, unless you want to be cool and try to hit them with both at the same time to get a birthday.
Timing the overhead is usually pretty hard because overheads are slow, but if they're dealing with you throwing by up backing, lows usually come out in time before the assist comes out, and you're like, I got you both.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of how you deal with the point-blank pressure, especially on the defensive side. If you want to talk about dealing with brass and beam, especially if you're using it neutral full screen, avoidance is key. So if you grew up in the South, think of it like sex ed. Just you don't interact.
Yeah. True.
You don't.
Interact.
Jumping over both of them is usually the best option if you have the time and space to react to that. Otherwise, brass you can't really crouch under unless you're. I don't think anyone can. Maybe on B. Beam, if you get caught under it, most characters have ways to press buttons under it that don't ever get above. So for like Parasol, it's 2 medium punch. For Fuqua, I'm assuming 2 heavy punch doesn't ever actually get touched by beam at any point.
No, it does not get touched by beam until she starts standing out from recovery.
So you just press good spacing crouching options to at least prevent the grounded approach, force them in the air, and then you can just stand block the beam and they'll be in the air, so they can't hit you overhead anyway. Some players, and this kind of depends on the matchup and Yomi, if you get caught by it but you don't want to be on the ground, which is something I do often, is I'll still just up back into it and then I'll mix up when and if I push block, so they have to address their pressure accordingly. So you kind of try and play that mind game, but yeah, not dealing with it, counter calling your assist behind it once it's recovered is usually the best ways to go about dealing with the neutral assists. Obviously, counter calling beam is not really going to happen. That's more of a brass
That's true.
or a
It's
bomber
kinda-
thing.
Yeah. But actually, good thing to.
One more one.
So let's get. Up. Here. Use Fuqua. Let's just use solo Fuqua. Ophelia and H-Bomber. For those who don't know, this flies across the screen. It's got a big old butt that's sailing across the screen. It's got a hitbox. You can punch it.
Punch. Quite good.
So you can punch it. You can hit it. You can
hard.
counter hit. You can sail, make it sail under you. It's pretty alright. You want to punch it? It's pretty good. But you can punch it. You can punch it. It's not necessarily threatening as an option, but it's pretty decent for the lockdown. But if it's full screen and you're up against it, just punch it.
Yeah. Unless it's like obviously getting covered by projectiles.
Yeah,
It's that sort of stuff, but
it's kind of rough if it's getting covered with projectile. But please punch it.
and always hit it afterwards too. Like it's at your feet. Crouch light punch, crouch light kick. What are those options? Usually it's fast enough. Put it on a cooldown.
Yeah. Let's see, what else we got here? Is that? I think this is a general comment from Saxy. They help with barrel neutral offense and situational combos for band that are easy. The wiki.
Yep.
Also ping Ruby. Need to work on my big band and double? A general comment. Okay. How do you know when you're push blocking too much?
So, as someone who push blocks too much, it is pretty hard to tell. But what usually ends up tipping me off is if I feel like they're looping the same pressure and I have no way of getting myself out of there. So that's what Gelato does to me all the time, is if I'm push blocking, especially if I'm push blocking in consistent spots, they can just call an assist, cover my PBGC window, and then pressure safely behind it. And good players are really good at doing that. Same thing with Sev. So it's like if they ever mess up, that's when I actually get my opportunity. But as a player who opts into defense fairly often and then relies on overextensions to get a lot of my hits, I see this a lot. And so it's like the second you notice, it's like, okay, I'm dealing with this a lot, is when you need to think about it. And one major thing to look out for, and this was something Gelato actually taught me, is if you see them just like autopiloting into a dash, that means they really are just hard calling out your push block option. And so like I would push block Seb's Umbi away, and then the Umbi would just immediately be dashing up to me because she knew I couldn't do anything because I locked myself in block stun.
Right.
But if I hadn't push blocked there, she would have done a dash input where I could just literally crouch light punch her and completely catch her off guard. And so that is the merit to actually not push blocking at times. If you have push blocking a lot as your default habit, and then you either mix up where it is or just find an opportunity to catch them in the middle of the pressure where they'd expect you to be in a push block animation, that's how you mix it up and force them to deal with it. Like force them to mix up the pressure, which then makes your PBGCs more threatening again. So on and so forth. So it's the same way people rotate offense based on your things. You rotate defense based on what your opponent's doing offensively. Yes. And it's hard. I suck at doing this, especially because when you've played as much as we have very serious habits with on defense. And it sucks to get those out of your system sometimes.
It's rough, but once you've seen everything, you learn that it's okay to hold the block. You don't necessarily have to push block on the first hit, otherwise you do become instantly predictable.
Yeah. To answer your question, Agent, what most doubles will do is they'll do their block string and then time the Luger so that it catches any PPGC options. So usually you're just holding that, blocking the Luger, and trying to push block them back out afterwards.
Yeah. Prime example that I've been catching people a lot lately because they want to press the buttons.
Also, mainly because Luger slips her back. I hate
and Luger is
it
an amazing
pisses me off.
It's an amazing shoot them button. This here, right?
Every day I play, pseudo DP rings truer and truer in my ears.
It really is though. So this is a block string I do a lot. This is especially effective against Ruby Chan because they want to hit the 2 LP off the Beowulf pretty instantly, because this is neutral or +1 on block depending on how far they are, but normally neutral. This is normally neutral.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about space 2 HP into delaying the M Luger until like that would be their PBGC window.
This in here, super huge, but if they're in the corner, this pushes you back slightly. This is neutral. Do it again, because people wanna press the button because they saw the block strings over. And that's what that works. The step back is really good. Catches a bunch of options. It's still neutral. It becomes your turn instantly.
Oh yeah, Luger's neutral. Period.
Yeah,
Luger's
neutral. Yeah.
The others are slightly minus, but not punishable, I think.
They are slightly minus. Depends on your spacing. This one's -2, but if they push block you, you're actually plus. So, it's a decent block string to force push block, so then it becomes your advantage frames, and that's why jail works really nicely.
God, I need to learn it better, but I hate the Paradolo matchup because it's just all right. I'm in my jab to medium punch range. So they push block me out. They're in their knuckle M Luger range. Okay, I push block them out. All right, we're full screen, and then we both just start trading projectiles. And the second someone approaches, you just rinse and repeat. And I'm like,
yeah. BBGC DP doesn't work. It can. It just depends, you know.
It really depends on the DP. Like beat extend is probably gonna scoop her, but if you're doing like napalm pillar, that whiffs. That whiffs.
If I'm doing this and you're pillaring, no, I just won. So.
Yeah. But that's why you have different options, so you can do like PBGC arm if you're Beowulf instead of doing H chair toss, because arm will catch them when chair toss does it. And
Yeah.
you really need to be reacting to what you're doing on PBGC, because if you're doing it predictively, you will explode. And if you're doing it reactively, you get PBGC jab, and people think you're a gothic. I love PBGC jab so much.
It's really good. It's very good.
And I also have some of the best jabs in the game. So
Also valid.
besides
sword
Eliza's,
character.
Eliza's is good for different reasons, but PBGC jab is so good. Why don't people press it as much? This
I
thing
guess
is
because they
primed.
got like they got the filia fear because it's thin, but it's also
It goes
just
so long and it's
decent.
disjointed, and it's
Yeah.
+6 on block. Like,
No. That's why I wonder people don't use Filia's or Fuqua's crouch light kick, because that's +6 on block. Yeah, brother.
it's,
And you can do it twice. What?
do it again.
Also decent block string for double. You know, do this and this +3 at this distance. That's why people would want to press buttons. Just keep doing this. There we go. He will not be stopped.
They
That's
have to
amazing.
push block you.
Also, the chip is kind of insane. It's 100 damage every single time.
It's mine.
And I would like to win the video game, yes. Don't be predictable on MASH or you die. I would say just necessarily MASH in the first place. But
I mean, I would argue
I'm-
just this game is don't be predictable in a nutshell.
yeah,
Because
don't-
the majority of characters have tools that have weaknesses. I play like the epitome of this in Parasol, but this is true for just about everyone. It's like there is always an answer, which is the great thing about this game. It's like PBGC always like the way the mechanic works. It's just there is a hole somewhere, and you can find it.
Great. That's from Aki. Good chairless bail combos? The wiki. Let's see. Noah's Beam. How one determines the best point in a specific block string to push block. I feel like I've demonstrated this a lot in the FAQ, actually. When
It's
to push
ba-
block.
It's basically, if you want the really brief TLDR, is push block early on single hit options, because single hit actually resets them to neutral. If you do it on multi-hit, then you're threatening PBTC. If you do it too late, that kind of just lets them reset and go into other things. But there's no one-size-fits-all answer, because all pressure is different.
Yes. Everybody's hit stops, block stuns is extremely different. So feeling out the timing is really just down to playing the video game and seeing what everybody does. There will be certain buttons, if you've tried them out, that you can spot the gaps. So worth experimenting. I think the last one here is from Koala, so there's another blacked out one. How to lab out interactions. So you go to your replays, check on what buttons they got going on in the situation that you're put in, try to replicate that in the lab.
And if you can't, there's a really neat feature in this game. Training mode lots.
Wow!
Get someone who can do it, and have them do it to you. And then you just figure out what you need to do to deal with it. Yeah, training mode lobbies are sick.
It's pretty good. Training mode lobby. I hope they fixed it so that everybody can use it, because it became a moment in time where only certain people were able to training mode together and other people were not. It's very sad. Yeah. That's all the questions. We are officially caught up today. Huzzah. Does anybody have questions in the chat? Anything you would like us to explore? Explicate upon? Do you have a question? Go for it, brother. How was my day? It's alright. It's pretty chill. I'm trying to stay hydrated because my throat is having a time.
I
Are there
mean,
other good zoning patterns?
the default ones you see are recommended because they kind of work with whatever. You can tailor specific ones to the assists you have, but that goes down to you putting time in the lab yourself or asking someone who plays your assists what they do.
Mostly.
Because yes, there are technically the two patterns, but the way you want to end up playing Peacock is just have it be fluid, so you react to how they're reacting and address those holes accordingly.
Yeah. This is fun.
And then they just up forward once and everything moves.
And then it's crazy. But yeah, most of the time, if you're doing Peacock zoning, you want to tailor to what your opponent's doing. So, you know, calling out the M item if they're trying to approach a little too closely, giving the H item and releasing pretty quickly if they're at full screen, calling your assists at the same time that your Georges are going off, to be able to catch any grounded approaches. Yeah, it's
One
mostly
thing
just,
I will say to any Peacock players who are listening, don't overvalue M item versus characters with projectiles. I, as a Parasol, love seeing M item because I back up, shoot a shot, and you don't have H item to stop me. I'm pretty sure Double can do the same thing with Luger. Similar to some other grounded characters. It's good to stop approaches. Don't overcommit to it because it just buys some character space to stop your zoning.
someone runs forward from medium? Runs forward? Like they run forward into?
I mean, yeah, you can just put an L George down, so if they commit to a ranged option, it trades, and
I did see that, yeah.
Lol Lamau. No, L George is your go-to panic option because it just trades in your favor the majority of times.
Blame.
I hate L George so much. And then, but even though it's technically minus on block, you can just frame trap it. So, yeah, they're guessing on their plus frames. What a goofy character.
I only landed that
Technically
cross
reactable, but the amount of things this character puts on your mental stack, good luck reacting to that consistently.
Does that not hit cross up? I just only made it hit cross up once. It's crazy.
I don't know. I mean, you have other good non-George buttons. Most of them are in the air, but like 2LK is not something you should underestimate. That button is silly as an anti-air. And then your air buttons are disgusting. You can just up back Avery, and that makes a wall. You have jump heavy punch if they're trying to air you. You have jump light punch and jump light kick if they're trying to air you.
Oh god, yeah.
If they're trying to call an assist when they're mid-screen, you can literally just jump medium kick and hit the assisted startup, which I still don't get why that's in the game. That is my least favorite thing about Peacock, I'm not going to lie.
Can I ask?
Like, it's probably not the most obnoxious thing to deal with, but it is the thing that makes me see red when it happens to me.
Why? Can I ask why does she have it? Does she need it? I don't think she needs this.
She needs it, and she also needs it to be low. That's why.
So stupid. she don't need it. Crazy.
And then if she only commits to one of those options, it's also a safe jump.
True.
Oh no, not instant jump, but like I-80 jump light punch. I'm pretty sure it's just a safe jump, straight up.
Yeah. This is
As the zoner.
You know, she needs it. You just do it. It's whatever. You just do that. It's great. This is plus 16. Why does she need it?
She also has instant double jump stuff, does she? Right?
Instant double jump? She
I didn't
used
remove
to.
it from this character, right?
She used to.
instant double jump and blind kick will hit overhead. Love that. Love that
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah, this, yeah. It used to be this, and that was kind of goated. You know. Yeah. Air dash, okay, yeah. This is crazy. But she needs it. Blah, 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 blah. Any other questions? Who else got some? If not, I'll do an open lobby for like. How do we delete her from the game?
We don't.
Yeah.
We just try and find ways to bring her down to reality, which is hopefully what the patch will do. And as much as we rage about the character, she is definitely the best.
Yes.
Asterisk, you can argue Fortune, but they're pretty much same tier for the most part. Don't attack people for playing this character. Like, it's alright to hate on the character. People still gotta get good at this game to win with her. Like,
It's not guaranteed that you will win with this character.
yeah, you still gotta put in the time. And then, on top of that, it's kind of just, if you're good enough at this game, like, you could probably play Pain and win versus the character. PME does it.
Yeah.
Everyone is viable to, like, up until you want to get into top 8, top 4, and even then, some people probably just downplay more than their character actually is. So it's... Game is one of the most well-balanced fighters, for the most part, and it might get more so on the balance update whenever that ends up. So, it is what it is. Learn to deal with it as is, and then maybe wish for some changes in balance.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Duo sucks. Fuqua, bottom 2. Double replaced by Annie.
Come on, I never understood
Every
the double
single
replace by Annie.
argument that's happened, by the way, I'm just referencing, being facetious. Those are real statements made by real people.
People have takes.
You know. No, you know. If we got no more questions, though, I think we're just gonna make an open lobby for a little bit and just play. Wait for Twitch chat to catch up. I like how Peacock's air grip literally is just like when you grip you.
Give me
It's just like you get
grip.
like how could you? How do I make the game crash when Umbrella is on point? You
Honestly,
literally
when
auto
Umbrella,
for.
no, so when Umbrella's on point, be happy. When she's mid, cry. Cry and pray you get the point hit and snap in that character, because the second they get the meter to DHC, she's literally in Ravenous the next time you get hit.
How do you beat Umbrella spamming, bro? You have no idea. How do you beat Umbrella spamming?
No, that's the thing. So, like, I messed up my pressure once. She puts an L bubble out in disadvantage in the corner, and all of a sudden my offense just stops.
Isn't that
How
your
the
favorite?
hell do you deal with that?
Isn't that your favorite? She just
That
let
makes me
just-
so
let me just
livid. I hate
demonstrate
this
it
character.
right now, bro.
Like, I know my characters have bad matchups into her, but at the
Listen.
same time,
Listen,
like,
listen,
I feel like I can figure out ways to progress versus Fortune or Peacock. I play versus an Umbi, and I just, like... the amount of random checkmate scenarios just feel way too high compared to some of the other characters.
wow, look, I'm already here. It's so great that the character can do this off the rip in round start. Wow, I'm in Ravenous. Amazing. Now it's my turn to play the video game.
Also, that bubble tracking is...
The bubble.
I've literally up forward over to medium punch. I'm like, yes, I'm right. But then the bubble tracked upwards, waited a second to detonate, tracked further upwards, and then exploded on my up forward. I'm just like, how
Bubble is
do I
like,
get out
it's
of
my time.
this pressure?
It's crazy. Did you just do this? Wow. Amazing. Now we're game.
And then the best part, if they ever mismanage it, they just get sent right back into Ravenous.
Did they fix the glitch yet?
I don't know. I do definitely want them to revisit how she gets punished. It's either, and so it's like, I don't think both need to happen, but she either needs to have a much longer animation for feeding to recover hunger, or she needs to get put back into satiated. Because,
Yeah.
jeez, going right back into Rav after like messing up the end of your combo, and then just calling your assist backdashing with the best backdash in the game, and then
Right.
fixing it.
Patch is not going to drop until later, but balance changes
we-
are going to start July at the earliest, is what they're
Yeah,
saying.
we have no clue.
We have no clue when it'll drop. We just know that changes will be starting.
Balance patch just a week away, TM.
That'll be one of this. Oh, this is not a command grab. This is it's more like a command normal, if anything. That happens to be a hit grab.
I mean, that's just a hit grab, yeah. It's a hit grab normal.
Yeah.
Is there anyone else who has one of those in this game? I'm trying to think of all the hit grabs. I don't think so.
That's just a hit grab. That isn't.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, it's just a hit
That
grab.
isn't just M Shadow.
I mean, technically a command normal is like any normal with input, so crouching normals are command normals.
Yeah, it's true. That was in Skullgirls. Liam said it.
I keep forgetting Skullgirls exists. I'm not
Yeah,
cool.
it was on Skullgirls. Liam said that they would begin balance talks like July at the earliest. Patches, I don't know when, but yeah,
We shall see.
we will see.
And honestly, just fingers crossed, lots of love to Liam and co, because this community needs to learn how to take a chill pill, I'm not gonna lie.
Actually though, some people make some questionable proposed changes that are very much just hot takes.
I want one of the JCFU paragraphs for like every single character in this game.
What is that?
Oh, did you not see the
No, I did not.
I think like it came out just as part of people joking about Beowulf, but it's just like, yes, please, this needed to be said. I'll throw it in the text channel. They said it in PSN. It's like, I know this is probably jokes, but just gotta make sure I say this. Beowulf is not a bad character. The best representation for Beowulf stopped playing the game, being 7 Rebel, and Beowulf players took that as an excuse to downplay their character that has a full toolkit and plenty of representatives that are steadily improving. You have to understand the difference between a bad character and a character with defined weaknesses. Beowulf has counterplay because his game plan is extremely strong and needs some form of counterbalance where he would ruin the game. Or run the game. Do you know why we know that? Because it's what happened when Rabble and Sav played the game. Beowulf has not become a worse character since this happened. Beowulf's players just aren't at the level they were before they dropped the game.
That's true.
Because they were never at that level. Instead of downplaying and asking for changes that ultimately won't make you improve in any significant way, you should see what made those players strong and improve on the game plan in your own way. Misty does not have a set-in-stone meta that you can't overcome / find answers for. It directly ignores the concept of the game. I know most of the downplay is for funsies, but you gotta remember to humble yourself every now and then, or you're just gonna get super negative and bitter. We're all on the same page. This does not apply just to Beowulf. This is true for basically every character in this game.
Very valid.
Try and keep complaints to a minimum. Just think about improving, because that is the way you grow as a player and as a person. Please completely try and remove attacks on people's persons or characters for playing certain characters. Like,
Yeah.
that is how you drive people from the scene. If we want to grow this community, if we want people to keep playing the game, we cannot scare away new players and drive off old players just because they're playing a character they
Yeah.
know. Please keep that in mind.
Every character in this game is viable, no matter if they're solo or in a team. Play who you like. Play what you want. most importantly, please have fun and don't shame people
Yes.
for playing characters that they want to play.
If you're not having fun playing the game, take a break, come back. If you're still not having fun, it just might not be the game for you. It is what it is. And sometimes something you found fun slowly loses its shine over time. Don't force yourself to play something you don't like because you will just start becoming more bitter.
I think a lot of people like to use the term carried when they're talking about Annabelle, Umbrella here. A lot of the things in this game are egregious, no doubt. They are not necessarily carried. If a player was truly carried, that means they could pick up a character and instantly dominate from the rip. And that usually is not the case.
Always point you as my prime example of this to Biceps. Biceps and the fortune talk made me lose my mind, but I'm so glad it ended up proving me right, because he would lose the fortune immediately and then just rely on his 2 other characters to win. And then the second he swapped back to Philia after only putting like 2 or 3 months into Fortune, he immediately started seeing better results. Because Fortune, while a strong character, still takes time to learn to play properly.
Yeah.
And on top of that, he already saw some success with Fortune because of the overlap in character that Philia and Fortune have. It takes a lot of time and effort to play this game well. And that is true for everyone who plays it at a high level. Or at any level, even if you're just a beginner. It's everyone takes the journey.
Yeah. It's very much the journey and not the destination.
So think about the things you're saying, think about who you're saying them to, and if that would change depending on who you're talking to, because that might be a good way to consider, maybe this just isn't a talking point I should bring up all that much anymore.
Yeah.
Same thing with certain jokes, like the old Fortune copy pastas or anyone can cook. And then I'll give you something to think about. If you're playing a game competitively, and you're getting mad at people for choosing things that give them advantages, you're the bad competitor, not them. You're the one complaining about people competing properly. Like, always keep that in mind. It's like the Doppler line. We all have access to the same character select.
Ooh.
Just because you chose to do something else doesn't make my decision any better or any worse.
The amount of Fortune players that stopped because they were called carry? Yeah, I don't know.
I know of one specific person who really didn't want to play the game anymore for at least half a year because of the community's sentiment on Fortune, and I'm pretty sure there are others who feel similar. It genuinely made people want to quit this game and leave the community.
It's not what we're about.
But that is how you kill a game.
Please be kind. Very much please be kind. I will say though, I will always find it funny whenever I'm done with QM and someone makes a comment on my profile and it's hate fueled and I'm just like, that's hilarious. Wow. It's just video game. Please have fun.
It's only a game. Why do you have to be mad? How old is that?
That's, God, it's got to be like 10 years at this point.
I'm pretty sure it was in the 2000s. Okay, so the original video, okay, 11. So yeah, 10 plus years.
Alright. Amazing.
Just a moment.
I want to see if it's a clip from an earlier. Okay, this says 2006. Yeah, during a post-game
Okay.
interview in 2006.
Dang.
Yeah, that is old meme at this
That
point.
is mucho old. Still gets reference to this day. I think with that, let's play for a little bit, gamers. Probably play for like 20 minutes or something like that. Who started? Every. Komodo! God, I haven't played you in ages, brother.
I can't.
Actually, not since like last CB.
I cannot remember the last time I've actually played Komodo. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a while.
In the room with Pen, and Komodo was looking at me like, what do I do?
What do I do?
Oh no, it broke. Aw. Let me play. What do I feel like playing?
Wait, Komodo, why are you playing a Beowulf game? Komodo, please. Komodo, please.
That's what they wanna play.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime.
That didn't hit the bomber. Sad.
Oh, that was actually a really good land cancel.
Why is it the one time bomber didn't actually land against, but like rescan me?
Who knows? Oh, you did that thing I wanted. What?
Parasol, please. I did the wrong color. That's A-Train, it's not Brass, you're not Ruby! Actually, wait, this is Team Sub. Oh, this will be A-Train.
Oh, they're not dead.
12. I just heard that. That's awkward for you.
Player 2 wins.
It felt like poop. Sorry, gamer. I'm trying to scroll Twitch chat. Need to find IRL locals. What state do you live in? Proceeds to docks.
I'm.
Uh-oh.
I dropped that.
No!
That should have been 2 dead characters.
No!
You're down back in. Wait, you jumped? That was your jump spot? How is that your jump spot?
That's crazy. Maryland?
Did I mess that up?
Hey, did you know we live in the same state, brother? Yeah, it wasn't necessarily COVID. Sharpie was the one running Xanadu. She stopped because it's mental health. She just couldn't handle it. Unfortunately, she couldn't handle it. Not that she, well, bad phrasing. Not that she couldn't handle it. It was just a lot of stress.
Yeah, I figured you tried Universal Level 5 when I saw that counter. I honestly always forget that it's a hit grab, so I would have just exploded because I went into Skeleton.
We're trying to do this. Okay. TOing is very stressful, if anything.
It's a lot of work.
Everybody mind your marks. Action.
I didn't hit the dash. Rip. Let's go.
Yes.
Just overhead. I gotta do it. Nah, brother. Hey. No, you don't get to do it. Haha.
I always are you, Ruby? Uh-oh.
Isn't gun the best thing ever? What the fuck? It's a game. It's a video game. Oh my god, he died! Rib? I'm sorry, friend. Ripping pepperoni. Ripping pepperoni. He died. No. The 2 HP assist is it's the way. It's the way.
2 HP assist is good, and I refuse to believe that it's actually worse than H-Toss. I'm not gonna lie.
That is worse than H-Toss? That's insanity.
2 HP assist is so...
It's pretty decent, actually. Like,
This battle is all in the mind. Let's rock.
I've heard. Oh. Combo? That's a monster. Rip? I didn't my brain said reload and my hand said different.
I didn't want it.
Rip? I didn't get the thing I wanted after that. Shoot again.
Ruby, you are certified.
Ah. Trippy. What a bomb. Where's bomb? Where's bomb?
Take 3. Let's rock.
That's okay.
If you were unaware, Destroyer, snapping the Dahlia gets rid of the girls.
Yeah.
So after that command throw, you could have tried to get a snap out immediately.
Oh. Game said no. Albert.
Feeling goofy.
I've been pretty goofy.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime.
Oh, that goes over there.
Don't hit me with pie. Great.
Okay, hit the fire. Come on. That hit cross? Really?
You know.
Get off of me!
Nope. I'm a mosquito.
I will block all of this. Ah, no.
Uh-oh.
I did the wrong corner circle. Oh, I got that for it. Oh. I got my, 10 seconds of Peacock playing.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was a grip. It was a grip.
I think I'm good. What? How did I get Alpha?
Why did that happen? That's
I hate charge buffer in this game. A burning passion.
Uh-oh.
I thought I had the space. Oh, this is unfortunate. You want to kill her, right? Right.
I did. Now I did.
Very sad.
Ha! Oh no!
Nope.
I thought
Mine's
my
better.
DP was better. No.
I did that.
Wow. Wait. I did BFF, but the game said no.
There's one.
It's a grip.
That was supposed to be quick.
No, don't do it. No, don't do
Like
it.
my button dash.
No, don't do it. Listen, I said don't do it. You did it! I can't believe this.
Do it again. My.
Uh-oh.
Oh, heavy counter hit.
Uh-oh. Things that have happened, unfortunately.
That was such a bad round. That's so killed.
Investigate later.
Minor amounts of trolling. Spectato.
Not spectato. I accidentally gave myself a frame of delay. I'm gonna do
I didn't need it.
I threw? Just a minor amount.
We both did.
Yeah.
We're just a fun game of catch, you know? You ever just play catch with the homies? It's Ruby and I's favorite game. Welcome, welcome.
What the?
Glad you're enjoying the game.
Oh, excuse me. Oh my god. Oh, yeah.
Moto, your bail is crusty. Endearingly. Like, please.
They're like, please stop doing this.
You're gonna drop this heavy counter hit, I already know it.
A minor amount of dropping the bombos, you know. Oh god, excuse me. Do my best to practice. Good. Yeah. Never give up. Spectato.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime.
I will give you the story of how things went for me when I first hopped on the quick match. I was mostly doing labbing stuff, and this is when, you know, back then when quick match was really popping off and stuff. My first match ever was against a player called Dormox, who still plays the game to this very day. I was solo Fugwa. They were playing Painwheel. My first match with them, I got instantly destroyed, and I was just like, oh my god. Alright, time to hit play again. So, you know, sometimes you gotta take it with the grain of salt. You will not win your first match always. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. But always hit play again, because you never know what you might learn.
Really? I thought it would come out as fast as I would. They have 2 HP. It's so far away.
Hey,
What is
the-
the assist, man?
They have the best assist.
Take 3. Showtime.
It's not real.
Sucks. No, you don't. You wouldn't kill my peacock, right?
We killed the peacock. We're gonna do it.
I'll do it. Oh, wow. You can push that? And that works.
Welcome back.
Interesting. I wasn't dash blocking.
The game said no. You did not input back fast enough. Please try again. What kind of shenanigans occurred?
I mean, it's completely unwinnable for how much time I had left, so I definitely didn't just Lady of Slaughter into an exploding Lenny and killed my Eliza.
That's hilarious.
Whoopsies.
It's fine. We all fall down.
But I get up again. Tub thumping. It's awesome. Oh god, what was it? I think it was a John Oliver bit.
Time to operate.
There's a line that was just like, back in the 90s when you bought Tub Thumping by, what's the name of the band?
Make it flashy, guys.
Monica Single. It's just like,
Monica
I bet
Single.
I bet none of you like Gen Zers even know what the hell I just said. I lost it.
Monica Single.
Tub Thumping by Chumbawamba. There we go, that's the name of the band.
Oh, Chumbawamba. Oh my god, dude.
Yep.
Okay. Well, just cause there's a George on the screen does not mean that it's your turn.
Wait, is it Tub Thumper, not Tub Thumping? No, it is.
Oh, you know, when you want those homemade TKs, you can't seem to get it. Just because you can press a button on the way down doesn't mean that you should, friend.
I'm always pressing.
Now view the cutscene. This is an open up, yeah.
Tell me where it hurts.
If you would like to join, there's the lobby link.
Honestly, I'm kind of shocked I remember that. That was the lyrics to this song.
Here's-
Are we bursting? Oh, we're not bursting. Good habits. Oh, that's not a DP.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I was just trying to air dash, cancel, air throw, fast fall, and it's that I just did the online mix.
Rip. You did the... you hit him with the online great.
That's quite rude.
Hey.
Honestly, I completely forgot there was more to this song than just I get knocked out.
I get knocked out. The true? There are lyrics aside from those. Ooh. Let's see.
Back on the beat.
Maybe those will be a little bit. Oldie but a goodie. Make your eyes bleed a little bit. Can't believe you just hit me with the your Fuku was basic.
What?
Oh!
I try to yab, and I can't yab no more.
Oh! You know what? That's not fair.
I'm going with it. I'm going with it. Amazing.
That was the next best.
That was not on purpose.
I was so convinced I was gonna
Oh
hit.
my god! I'm just going with it. We're just. I accept all possibilities that are just. I accept all possibilities and exclude.
Oh, you committed to that.
I did commit. Oh my
That
god, you're dead.
Mighty awkward. I was so ready for that to be an air break. Or air break, e-break. Oh, I'm just...
What?
Don't worry about it.
interactions I just reacted on.
I definitely didn't just autopilot into getting hit by symbols 3 times in a row.
no.
Pay no attention to that.
Well, that was a video game.
Wasn't it down parrying an accident?
Yes, it was.
So
It
upset.
was an accident. I was just going with it.
To quote Full Bleed, a parry window you can drive a school bus through.
Very much. Oh my gosh. Oh man. I can't believe the random hit of symbols into the falling animation. To get. Oh my god, what just happened?
That was a game of all time.
I've never felt so much more spaghetti come out of my hitbox. My up and down on our meatballs.
I mean, that's one thing I was really good at doing with Fortune, is just forcing scrambles. Chaos reigns. I have a 5-frame jab.
Not on your end, it's supposed to be on me. Oh god dang. Oh. Holy moly. Let's see, what am I playing? Annabelle! Ah, yes, of course.
Shadow gaming.
You want to embarrass yourself on stream, brother? You're playing a fighting game. But there's always a risk. Mixture. I can't believe I walked forward into get the DP. Crazy.
I'm trying to play Eliza. That is not how the cat works. I just tried to use Crouch Medium Punch. Oh, my Eliza. Or my Eliza. Fortune.
You're Eliza.
So crusty. Turns out if you don't play a character for a couple years.
Animation will never replace real.
Oh my gosh.
I still find it hilarious how, if you're using stand heavy kicking routes for Fortune, it's still more optimal to just do a single hit every single time for scaling.
It's kind of crazy.
It is hilarious.
If they're playing any, she is Tiny Band. I used to get nervous playing against people who are also playing online in QM. And then I just decided to do some stream sniping instead.
Yeah, you get more used to nerves as you keep playing. And then it'll depend on the day. Some days, if I'm having a bad day, usually I don't get many nerves, but if I'm like haven't eaten enough food that day, or if I didn't get enough sleep, then I make a long bracket run, and then I start playing against like significant players. I'm like, yeah, I feel it a little bit.
Nobody blink.
It'll always be a bit of it, and you just gotta learn you can't shut down versus better players, otherwise they will just run. And Shadow My Beloved.
Uh-oh. He's definitely hitting the standing up button. Okay. Did you do the predictable thing? Can you block your own? No, you cannot. It's the same thing that you did to me.
Oh, that's
Minus. I'll rip. Try that again. There we go.
oh my god, Parasol, you didn't leave.
I didn't get my... Oh, sure. Weird. First, both strange. You used 2 meters. You didn't get much off of this.
Why do you push block back? That's cheap. You drop these. You don't drop those. Jeez, you're a sweater. I mean, that's Komodo. I feel
Komodo sweating. Yes. Robophilia Annie? I would probably do any Philia Robo. Or Philia Annie Robo. Or any Robo.
Oh, I'm really dead.
No!
Unless Komodo drops. Oh, you still get a... I thought if you push block that early, you don't get the punish. Oh, but you just don't go into fire spirit. My Fukuba is oof.
Oh, what were we trying to do with Fuku?
I saw them push block one of the final hits of drill. I'm like, okay, go into Fireball Super, and then I remembered, no, you don't go into Fireball Super because like it's still PBGC punish.
Yeah.
I was thinking along the lines of Parasol, or if they push block Pillar, then Bikes is fine. But no, that's different. Different.
Oh, very different. It's very different.
This battle is all in the mind. Action.
Action. Interesting option, my good sir. I know you're dead. But I would say. Up forward, grippy.
Getting mixed.
What the poop? What the poop just happened? Yes, that is in fact the answer. Oh wow, that reaches the frame. The bobble drops.
I'm heavy kick, my beloved.
Oh, I hit the fireball. Oh, you missed it.
Oh, I got footsied. I tried to Fuku a 2 HP M dart to punish Fortune Sweep, but
no.
They waited for the 2 HP and then stuck under the projectile. got outplayed. Oh, that.
Have trouble fighting Beowulf? Or any other character in the game, just like in general. That's fair. Getting used to what buttons do what from other characters. You still think the stab was a good idea? I am curious as to what you were trying to do though. like what was the idea? What was the idea? Like just snap in the Fuku?
I just tried to
general?
dash.
Okay.
Oh wait, I level 3 to confirm off of drill, right? That works.
Are you saying you'd rather deal with the raid boss immediately?
I think this works. Okay. Yeah. If you just keep practicing combos, you'll get more of a feel for it.
Yeah, that takes time. That's okay.
Also, when did you give me a nickname in Steam, JP?
Moons ago, when you changed your name to something else, I was like, who is this? Like, it's Dogs.
I find it really funny because I'm like a person who very rarely changes my tag.
It was the one time it changed. I'm like, I don't know who you are. I was, it is Dogs.
You? Who are you people?
What? Like, what did you do? Oh, I made it! Ooh.
Oh wow, really?
No, you sold your soul.
Take 2. Action.
Does grab bag quarters up forward or backwards?
Quarter to forward. Oh. The pattern is amazing.
Is there any reason to do the lighter versions of lock-in mode? They don't have faster startup, right?
Yeah, they have faster startup.
Okay.
If you wanna do single hit confirm to save on Dizzy, L lock and load into whatchamacallit, Dynamo.
I'm so sad.
It is a coincidence that it makes a drum loop. It's very, very patternized. It's nice.
Yeah, we'll probably play 1 or 2 more games and then hopping out for the evening.
Excuse me. Oh my god. Ugh. This is so crazy. I got back from my vacation. My parents are still in like Puerto Rico. They just made it to Miami, and their flight got delayed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times now.
Let's go.
Get stuck in Miami. Let's go.
Is there a tropical storm or something going on?
There's some weather hitches that's been happening all along like the eastern shore. So it's like a lot of intermittent rain, kind of dangerous. A lot of turbulence lately. So it's kind of wild.
I got hit with the spectator. I think I shall take my leave.
Who said mine?
Have a good night, everybody. Take care.
I'm rolling for it. Amazing. Amazing. That was beautiful. Oh my god, okay. You don't necessarily want to go to Armageddon like that. I don't know. Something. Oh no. That's real. I did the grab and the grab never came out. The grab never showed. It's not infinite. It's definitely super strong. Yep. Okay. Something. Excuse me. And Eldritch, it's pretty crazy. Alright, we're probably gonna do 2 or 3 more. No, I'm also gonna call it. Let's see here. What do I feel like playing? This team. It's a little cat. Oh. Hey. Fun. It's just 2. It's just 2 HP. Oh, my boy. He tried to do a jump. I'll do it.
Let's go!
Oh, thanks so much for the ball. Appreciate it. Oh, alright. Rich. Mashing buttons on my wake up, brother. What? Jail cam the way down? Excuse me, game? What? Hey, jail cam the way down, game. Come on. Oh.
That's a wrap.
Oh, excuse me. Ugh. Gross. Hit the sides. Batman. Playing Batman.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime.
Rip. I didn't get the other blitzer.
Take two.
Worse.
Action.
Oh my god. Or you could just not have a third. You don't necessarily need a third character. What the poop just happened?
Major surgery.
I had 5 marks.
Let's rock.
Deadly sharp.
Got it. Do it again.
Everything I say is a catchphrase. Can I get a round of applause for our contestants?
Potato. I'll take that as my sign to leave. I would like to thank everybody for stopping by this chill lab stream. Thank you all for playing. Thanks, Dumps, for the assist. Thank you, Aki, for the assist as well and commentary. If you'd like to see more Skullgirls from us, there's always Skullgirls Be Great every Wednesday at 8 p.m. EST. Join up for that tournament. It would be great to see you there. In the meantime, we'll see you all next time. Roll and tape, everybody.
And my spectator.
That's okay.
Oh,
Second
ooh.
camera.
Oh, nice! Ooh!
Oh, we avoided
Let's go.
it. Nice.
Oh, let me see it.
Hey,
Hey,
the combo?
hey, hey.
you finished this.
That's,
They died.
that's somewhat of a combo,
Nice.
yeah.
Hey, they're dead.
We're missing a few more parts
Not
to
bad.
it, but hey,
Yeah.
We got abomination.
It's like we have some bombos, but like our knowledge of the mechanics of the game are not exactly there just yet.